Joining us today, we've got Mr. G R Arun Kumar. He's a CFO at Ola Electric Mobility, and excited to chat. Arun, given the recent numbers that have come in, November is now the third month where we've seen Ola topping the monthly sales in EVs. So you take us through first the latest trajectory, momentum, and what you're seeing with regards to demand for EVs at the moment.
Yeah, thank you, Aabha. I think the larger story that's unplaying in front of us is much beyond Ola. The fact is, yes, we are number one player. But the biggest story out here is the gathering pace of the EV adoption. And I think that's the bigger underlying story. We believe, at least in two-wheelers, the inflection point is broadly a couple of months away. If you see the 12 months ago, the penetration was less than 1%, and now it's gone up to 4-5%. And amongst the top 15 cities in the country, the penetration is starting to hit cross double digits comfortably month on month. So I think it's a very, very good thing for the country, which eventually will become an EV hub for the world in terms of high quality, high tech products being manufactured for the world, and companies like Ola at the forefront of driving this electric revolution, and of course contributing to sustainability in a very, very big way. That's what is happening as we see today.
All right. You know, the earlier hiccups that we had pre-launch or just around launch time, or concerns that people had around EVs, are they well past, us now? Are they a thing of the past, or are there any niggling worries, so to say?
See, I think as far as the customers are concerned, they're a very evolved set of customers in India. As all of us know, you and I are customers as well. What do customers want? One, they want a very, very good quality product with all the latest features and the comforts that the product can give them. That's one. Second, they want it safe, right? And we've done a lot of work in that area. In fact, we had the opportunity to work very closely with the government to co-create all the new battery homologation standards, and glad to share that we were the first ones at Ola to get certified for the rules that were due on 1st December, and we will again continue to be the first to get certified for the next set of changes that are due by end of March. So we co-created these rules with the government, and I'm glad that the industry has rallied behind the government for the benefit of the customer. The third thing that the customer wants is absolute contemporariness in the product and the way it is delivered to them, which is where, again, the direct-to-customer model that we sell comes into play. Now, the next thing that I think all of us need to deliver is high-quality customers at the high-quality products at the right price points. And that's exactly where Ola comes into play with our third variant, which we have announced, which is S1 Air, which is priced at about 80,000 rupees ex-showroom, which we believe will be the inflection point when we deliver it around March, given that it comes in the middle of what we call the core category for two-wheeler scooters. Nearly about 70% of the scooters sold is in that category of 70,000 to 90,000 rupees price range, and our product comes right in the middle of that. So excellent products is what the customers want, a great value equation, best of technology, and safe. Things are starting to come together from a customer point of view for EV.
All right. I'm interested to ask you, Arun, because while you may have the edge at the moment, of course, everyone's looking to get into this space, and there's bound to be a flood of options eventually. How are you looking at expanding, and in terms of price points as well as offerings, what is the kind of strategy you have in place, let's say between now and 2025? Because I know you do have a forward-looking strategy.
Yes, we're going to be fairly busy as a company into 2024. Our third variant is coming into the market, as I just mentioned, and we've already gone public saying that we will be launching a bunch of other two-wheeler products, including motorcycles, during 2023. And with that, that keeps us fairly busy during 2023. Behind those product launches, there's a ton of engineering and technology work that's happening. We're also expanding our footprint in our factory, and preparing for further lithium-ion cell manufacturing. That's something that we are setting up, as you're aware, as we go deep into technology and broad as well. We are backward integrating into our own cell manufacturing, in addition to our own battery packs, motor control unit, and of course the PCBs. And then it leads us into 2024, where we've already promised the launch of a car. The starting point will be a premium sedan at a price point that will be exciting. And absolutely, if you've seen the rushes of it, it's feature ridden, above 500-kilometer range. So we have a bunch of plans. It's going to keep all of us awake here, and we'll be absolutely excited to deliver over the next 18 months a bunch of high-tech products for the needs of the customers, as well as backward integrating and being the first company to start advanced cell manufacturing in India.
Okay. No, that's amazing. And thanks for taking us through all the latest updates there. I also want to just get a sense in terms of, what consumers are looking for, because we have seen this massive shift to EVs taking place. You also have a whole host of experience centers that are opening up. The kind of excitement levels around this. What are the key things driving consumers towards EVs, apart from, of course, it being sustainable? But, is it, are there any other factors at play here? And at the same time, what is still you feel the biggest challenge at the moment for the market?
So I think the biggest thing that is driving customers towards electric vehicle is simply, I would say, in many ways, the simplicity of the vehicle and the technology that goes into it. Once you have driven or ridden electric vehicle, you never get back to an ICE vehicle. So the end of ICE age is truly there. It's more spacious, it's less noisy, it's obviously non-polluting, and it's easy maneuverability. Traditionally a little bit lighter as well compared to the current vehicle, and most important than all, it's got a huge value equation for the customers. It's on a life cycle basis, it's at least 30-35% cheaper than a conventional ICE vehicle. And with urbanization that India is going through, it makes absolute sense to have an electric vehicle and have cleaner living spaces as a result of all that. Now, in terms of the way we are selling to the customers, we at Ola had innovated the direct-to-customer model, and that's worked out quite well. Now, in order to be even more customer-friendly, we have started launching a slew of experience centers around the country, and we are committed to bringing at least 200 on ground by March. With this, the customers will have the option to book test rides on an app and get it at their doorstep, or coming to the experience center, spend a little bit more time understanding the product, understanding charging, understanding the technology, for customers who need even more information before making a decision. But we're so encouraged to see the footfalls and the conversion rates at our experience centers, because it does appear that the decision to go in for an electric vehicle is already made. It is just the final endorsement that the customers are looking for to the experience center. So that's kind of working well as you call it a strategy or an infrastructure, sales infrastructure that we are putting into place. So combination of all this is keeping the excitement on right through the next few months, and then of course getting the new product at the right price point, as I mentioned, and then this whole new sector of motorcycles, which should open up when quality products come into that sector as well. Will sort of complete, so to say, an irreversible adoption in the two-wheeler space. Four-wheeler game is still on, and will unfold in a very similar way that we see in the two-wheeler. The added challenge to your question, or added complexity, would be a certain need for intercity electric charging infrastructure. And here I'm quite encouraged to see that there are many private players who are just into the charging space, as well as OEMs like ourselves invest truly into charging infrastructure, which will further help into the four-wheeler business. Now, as far as commercial two-wheeler, last mile or three-wheeler or last mile delivery is concerned, ecosystems like battery swapping, will suit very well the commercial play out there, and we will very much play in that space as well. So I think it's the building blocks are firmly in place. We just all need to execute well. All the OEMs put together need to execute well. And next couple of years are going to be an exciting journey for this country into the EV space.
All right, fantastic. One last question, but how soon are we going to see those EV cars, Arun?
EV cars?
Yes, from Ola. Two-wheelers is done. When are the four-wheelers coming?
Oh, yes. The Ola cars will be launched in 2024 as they have promised.
Oh, awesome.
And we promise that this will be the coolest car launched in the country. So we'll keep up to our promise.
Okay, and what do you think? Okay, I'm just shooting in the dark here, but in terms of price points, we just had an EV that was launched last week at the price tag of 40 lakhs. Ola, of course, I'm expecting is going to be far more affordable.
See, Ola is going to have multiple products in the four-wheeler category.
Okay.
We will have price points across the spectrum. Our starting point, just like two-wheeler, will be a premium sedan. But you can bet on us, you can count on us with our technology and scale that we put into place. These will be far more affordable than competition and certainly more than the ICE vehicles.
Arun, thank you for joining us, and we look forward to how this rolls out. Great chatting with you today.
Thank you for the opportunity.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.